Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the cards for the 9th of February 2017. Thank you again for all of the messages I'm getting off everybody. I'm really loving the comments, so please keep them coming. And thank you for letting me know that these cards are resonating as well. It's always nice because I just get them and I see the story. But, when you're letting me know how they're actually fitting in, I love it. So please keep the comments coming. I do really like them. And I love the cards today. It's a fantastic day. All tying in a little bit as well, I feel. And I've said, the 10th, we have full moon and we have a lunar eclipse as well. And the magic is happening. The magic is happening here. I was on the phone to my friend earlier and he said to me, he went, shit's just getting real. And I was like, yeah, damn right, shit's getting real, So it's anything could happen. There's a real, I don't even think you could predict it. There's just so much ready to happen at the moment, So like I say, just brace yourself and be ready for whatever comes. It's going to be good. It is going to be good though, I can assure you that. So right, back to the cards. The first card that we have is the Chariot. Now, I like this card, okay? But it's when I first looked at it, the chariot is about moving forward, okay? And it's about movement. And there's movement in here, but it's sort of like just getting ready for movement. If we have a look at that guy in the chariot there, what we see is there's two horses and they both seem to be pulling in different directions. Now, this is what I've been talking about this week. This is what the cards have been this week. It's about being pulled, being torn, about, going this way, going that way. And this, I feel, there's an element of like stuckness with this card, okay? But movement is coming. Movement is coming, but at the moment, I still feel there's this element of feeling a bit stuck, feeling a bit hesitant, not wanting to go fully forward, Now, when I'm looking at this card, what I'm seeing is, don't know if you can see here, he's got this, oh, sorry, it's just a police car or fire engine or something on there. He's got this staff. Now, this staff is actually the infinity symbol under there, but we have a moon crossing it. So we know that the moon's is fear. The moon's is, how grammatically terribly was that? We know that the moon is fear. So what I feel is this infinity symbol is a very spiritual symbol. It's no beginning, it's no end, it's all that is. But like I say, there is a little bit of fear within this with him. Now, his breast panel here is green. So this is talking about being heart-centered. So this is about, it's following his heart, okay? But it's in which way does he go? So it's like he is sort of hesitant. I do feel there's protection around him because we're getting all of the stars around there as well. But he seems to be a little encased in this. So it's like, I just want him to sort of, to take control. And I feel this is what this card is saying. You need to take control and you need to decide to steer yourself in the direction of your heart. So wherever your heart and soul is guiding you, get in that direction here. You take the reins and don't allow these horses to actually pull you. Now, what's they're bringing in there wild horses. Wild horses couldn't turn me away. I can't remember the song Wild Horses, but that's what I'm getting here, and I'm wanting him to. Sorry, they're playing the tune in my head. I can't get the words. But they're wanting him to actually go forward. At the moment, there's not moving because he's being pulled in two different directions here. So it's like the brakes have been put on a little bit, and we have the white horse and we have the black horse here. So sort of like the shadow side, and sort of his soul side. So this is, as I've talked about this week, this is sort of ego soul. Which one you're going to choose. That there's like I say. So this is, I really think this is choices as well, you know. But like I say, he needs to start moving shortly because things aren't moving the way he is. It's stagnant. Now, whenever this card comes up, and especially in this deck as well, I don't know why in this deck, it always reminds me of the Yogi Bhajan, and I've spoke before about the Aquarian Age and how he spoke a lot about it. So I'm not going to go massively into that. But one of the sutras that he has for the Aquarian Age, which we are massively in at the moment, we are seeing it. It's apparent within the world at the moment, and one of them is when the time is on you, start, and the pressure will be off. And what that means is, like, we when we're feeling under pressure for something, and time can tick away as well. I mean, if you think, our lives are just tick, tick, ticking away. I read a thing today and it said in 20 years' time, more, you will regret the things you haven't done rather than the things you have. Those are the things that will be in your focus. So, like I say, time goes pretty quickly. Um, but what this says is, when you are feeling pressured, you know, um, it's because something needs to be done here, and we are needing to evolve on our soul's journey, if that makes sense. So trying to hold back this process, trying to hold back these reins, all this does is cause more confusion and uncomfort for us as well. And we procrastinate and we try and do something else, or we try and put it out of our mind. But the thing is, our soul is never going to shut up. Our soul has been with us for thousands of years, and it will continue to be with us for thousands of years. So don't just think it'll go away if you don't listen to it, because it will not shut up, and it will be constantly. It's like sort of a nagging wife that will constantly be there, around you. So we all know within the deepest depths of ourselves, our soul knows what changes need to be made. But if we worry and we stress, and we usually get these like what if scenarios, what if that doesn't happen? What if that does happen? What if, and we get in the like what ifs. And this leads us to cause have this discomfort, and it also leaves us sort of paralyzed in a way where we don't move. So everything stays the same, but this worry and everything stays the same as well because we're doing nothing to unblock it. So we end up, and it's sort of like a dog chasing its tail. It just goes round, round, round. So what this card is saying is, when the time is on you, when you're feeling this pressure, when you're feeling this discomfort, and when you're feeling uncomfortable, it's because changes need to be made. So do them. So that's it. Once you put something in motion, you will see then it's sort of, it carries on. It's like a wheel, it will gather momentum with it. So that is the first one of the 5 sutras for the Aquarian Age. And the second one is vibrate with the cosmos, and the cosmos shall clear your path. So what this is saying as well is that when on a daily basis, we are either vibrating with the cosmos or we're vibrating against it. When we are in harmony, we are vibrating with it, and we see things flow, and like magic happens, and all of these stuff just like falls into our lap. When we are not vibrating with the cosmos, this is when we get disharmony, and this is when we experience blocks, and this is when things just seem to be, and we're like, they're not going our way. What are we going to do? So we vibrate through the frequency we put out is through our words, through our thoughts, through our actions, and through our feelings. So when we are in line with the universe, with all of these, this is when we are living a life where it's like, yeah, we have no worries because we know that everything is going to happen. We know things are going to come to us what we want, and it's sort of like magic. And it's like you could get off in the car and things just appear. Like road signs appear at the side of the road and stuff. So this is saying here that, if you are feeling discord and if you are feeling discomfort, which I do feel you are, because like I say, the cards that we've had this week are all sort of gearing us to the right direction. This is because you are not vibrating in harmony with the universe. So it's let it go, let go the need of control, let go the what if scenarios, and just flow and roll with it, and see what happens, and get up every day and say, where would you have me go? What would you have me do? And whatever you're presented with, do that, because it will be the universe that is guiding you there as well, you know. So there's another one, and this is the last one I'm going to do, which is the third one of the sutras for the Aquarian age, and it's there is a way through every block, you know. And within life, we are going to experience challenges. It doesn't matter how spiritual you are, how guru like you are, how many books you've read, how many years you've studied, how much you understand spirit, you are still going to get challenges. Challenges are there for our growth and our healing. And if we didn't have challenges, we would stagnate. We need these, and they will be continuing to come in our path, because the universe, we will have a growth spurt, and then there will be another challenge. And it's right, okay, there's another test, and this is how life is. But this is saying that well, basically, the day you stop having challenges is the day you are dead. The day you take your last breath. I always say that's when we stop learning as well, So this is saying every challenge, no matter how great or how small, has a solution through it. There is a solution to every problem. Nothing stays the same forever, and we try to sort it out with our logical, rational mind, but we can't, because sometimes it's like it doesn't come from there. It comes from the surrendering. It comes from our soul, and it comes from accepting that, what, I'm being challenged, and, I will get through this, and I will find a way to get through this, So that's it. So it's like, know that there is a way through every block. You think back in your life, times when you have been stumped or, God, what's happening here? And you got through it, So this is what this card is saying. So it's saying that, like, with this, I really feel it's about, we need to take control of the reins and steer ourselves in the direction of our choosing, where our soul is guiding us, and this, there will probably be bumps in the road, it's not like you're going to take this path and it's going to be all easy. There will be bumps. And like I say, when I look at this chariot, it might be in for a bit of a bumpy ride, but it's like, that's part of the journey, enjoy them bumps, there'll be stones on the road, but hey, it makes the journey a little bit more exciting. With this card as well, I always say when it comes in, and what I'm getting here is, it's like, it's travel light as well. A lot of times we take too much baggage with us on journeys. People will go on holiday and they'll take cases full of stuff, and then they've got to pay extra for the baggage that they're taking, that they probably don't even wear when they get there, on a fortnight's holiday. And, so they're paying the price for taking this extra baggage, right? I love how they put things in like that. So this is saying, travel light, take only what you need. Too many people get caught up in stuff. Too many people think we can't do this because, of stuff that we've got, and stuff is just stuff. Wherever you are, your heart is, your soul is, that is all you need. That and a few clothes, just chuck them on and travel light, So this is talking about the soul's journey. And what they're saying here is, when you set off on your soul's journey, right? So where your soul is going, not on a holiday or something like that. When you set off on your life path, okay, you will find what you need along the way. And anything that you take, any baggage you take with you, will just weigh you down. And it will slow your journey. So as you progress on this journey, you will realize how little you need. Right, okay, so right, yeah, I hope that makes sense. That's exactly what they're saying. The further on you get on this journey, you will realize how little you need, because everything will be provided, right? Okay, because everything will be provided. Oh, they're really on one today, mind. They're really right. Okay, so this is about experience the joys of freedom, take control, take hold of the reins, and actually go in the direction of your choosing. Okay, right, I'll put that down. Thank you for that. Right, so then what came with this, the Osho card, I love how these work together. I really, really do. And like I say, Spirit have got a message to get across and they are persistent. I was doing a reading with somebody today and they were saying, oh, I've been trying to block stuff out. And I went, don't, because they still keep knocking. They're always a knocking, you know, and it doesn't matter how much you try and block Spirit out, they are going nowhere. They're not, they will be there and they're very persistent and they usually get their own way as well. So, the Osho card today is adventure, and I absolutely love this card. Now, within my Osho deck, right, I don't know why. I know one of the cards in it is damaged because my dog ate it. My dog tried to eat the card. This one, I don't know why this is so battered and worn. This one, it's really bizarre. I don't know. Out of all of my Osho cards, this one is the one battered and worn, and it doesn't actually come out that often. I thought there was something wrong in it there. No, there's not. But anyway, this is it's called adventure, and this is the idea of like of an adventure, you know, going through and an adventure is opening new doors to us as well, you know. And if you look up the dictionary definition of adventure, it's an unusual and exciting or daring experience. So that is what adventure is. And you know, adventures are absolutely great. I love them because adventures are usually not planned. You know, you just head off, you know, and you find as you go away, like I was saying, these road signs just keep turning up. There was a friend of mine once turned up one day in a camper van to my house. And she said, come on, we're going on an adventure. And I was like, where? She went, I don't know where. And we got the end of my street and she went, right, left or right. And it was great. We ended up going away for about 5 days. Didn't have a clue where we were going, but we had such an amazing time and met some amazing people as well. And, you know, I went on an adventure last year and it was great. Things just open up for you, you know, and it's actually really fun. Whereas you can spend your whole time planning a trip, you know, and then sticking to it rigidly, and you're not going to have the fun that an adventure brings, and you're not going to come back with the stories as well. Because I feel that every adventure I went on my life, the stories of it are great, and these are experiences I would never have had I actually planned, you know. So this card is here. It's talking about like making decisions, and making this decision to actually move forward, like the Chariot. And it's about not letting fear or complacency get in the way. So these cards are tying in so well with each other. So if we have a look at this card, we have this child, if we can see it, it's a child, okay? And this child is walking through this sort of it's like an archway, like a green archway, but like I say, remember green is sort of heart based as well, and it's walking into a rainbow of colors, you know. And this tells us that when we move into a new adventure, we've got to do this like a child does, you know. A child has wonder, a child has innocence, and a child has curiosity as well. You know, the child wants to go there. If you think about what you were like when you were a child, you didn't worry too much about stuff. You went off and you had adventures every day. You know, I remember sitting trying to like catching tadpoles and sitting in this horrible swamp and stuff like that. And it wasn't planned, it was just where we ended up, you know, and it was fun and you were exhilarated and, you know, it was, you got mucky and you got messy, but you were with your friends and you bonded, and it was great fun. And we lose that as we get to adults. We get too serious, and life should never be taken that serious. You know, it shouldn't. We are still all children at heart, and we are still that same child that went out on these adventures, you know, that climbed walls, that climbed trees, that fell off, that got cuts and got bruises, and then the next day went and done exactly the same again because it was fun, it was thrilling, it was exhilarating. And this is how we should be living our life, you know. So a child as well, if we think, you know, a child doesn't, when I'm saying that a child fell off a tree or something, right? It's like, right, what are they showing me here? So that child might have gone home that night and got wrong off its parents because it climbed that tree. But the next day it probably goes and climbs the tree again, you know. So it didn't put it off. You know, it didn't, right, okay, I've done that once, I'm never going to do it again. You know, children forget. They forget easily. They're not easily tainted children, you know. It's us adults that actually taint the children by instilling fear into them. So children don't really have a lot of experience to go on, you know. They don't see the world in a scary way. And, you know, don't get me wrong, yes, there is there is things to be scared of out there for children, you know, and please, you know, if anybody wants to say to me that, you know, I'm wrong in what I'm saying there, I do understand that. And I'm not talking here about being reckless, you know, what I'm talking about being adventurous. There is a big, big difference here, you know. So a child doesn't really have a vision in their head. They don't have a plan. A child does not sit and plan what their day is going to be like in the school holidays. You know, they just go out and they see what happens to them. You know, and children trust. They trust in the universe without even knowing that they do. And they go step by step in every day. You know, their curiosity is what draws them, and they don't fear the unknown. You know, that is what us adults do. An adventure, like I say, it's got nothing to do with maps or plans or organizations or programs or timetables or anything like that. That's not an adventure. That's actually hell. You know, that's terrible. You know, keeping, as I mentioned before, they're saying there about time, and it's like they're showing me like a what you call it with the sand in. What is it? Something, you get them in games and that, man. And it's got the time, and its time's running out. What is it when the sand goes in? I've completely forgot the name of what it is. You know what I mean, don't you? Egg timer, like an egg timer. Yeah. I don't know if they're called egg timers, but you time eggs with them. This is turning into like it's like a game of charades or something. Like, okay, but you know they're shaped like that, and the sand runs through them. And this is what they're showing me. You know, time's running out. Come on, you know this is it. You know, you want your time on Earth to actually be full of laughter and exhilaration and adventure. I'm so sorry about that. I've mentioned before to people I have a little brain thing, a little squatter in my brain, a little small tumor. And occasionally it just, my mind goes blank with certain words, you know. Spirit can talk to me all day long, but like I say, occasionally my own internal dictionary just sort of erases for a bit. So yeah, so this is like, well, right, get back to what we're doing here. So, right, okay, this is saying that we need to break free from the patterns and the behavior that we have actually sort of grown accustomed to, things that we have been conditioned to since we got out of childhood. You know, when we got, right, okay, you're in the real world now and you've got to stick to the rules and stuff like that. This card is saying, you know, forget the rules, go out, you know, find your sense of magic again. And as I've mentioned, there's a lot of magic in the air or at the moment, and there's going to be a lot more coming. So, you know, be prepared for it, because I'm going to talk tomorrow more about the moon and stuff like that. But like I say, this is sort of the universe actually getting tough, and the universe, you know, is going to get tough on you, you know, and take you where you want to go, whether you like it or not, kicking and screaming, you know. So like a kid again, you know, I don't want to go there. But yeah, so this is saying like experience your sense of magic again. So when we move into the unknown, or you know, the uncharted or something like that, and when we do this with like the spirit of a child, where we are trusting, where we are innocent, where we are open, you know, even little things can become adventures, you know. A trip to the shops can be an adventure. It can be fun. And this is what this card is saying. And like I say, this child is just, you know, the rainbow is emitting there. It's like I'm dying to see what is at the other end, you know. It's a lot of excitement and just such a lovely, lovely feeling with this. Really, really nice feeling with the Osho card. So then we come to the Colette Baron Reed card. And this again, when I picked this card and Spirit brought it in, it was like, right, okay, I get you, you know. So what this card is it's called Message in a Bottle. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful image here. And what this is saying is this card is about like sort of, we need to dream, okay? We need to believe, and then we will succeed. So it's sort of like a ask, believe, receive, you know, like the law of attraction sort of thing. So this is what this is talking about. And I'm seeing movement. I'm really seeing such beautiful, showing me such beautiful. It's sort of like I'm seeing the sea like swirling, and do you know what I mean? Like the turning of tides, the turning of tides. Yeah, that's what they're saying here. But this card, anyway, you know, before I go off on one, because honestly, they're just, but you know, they're yeah, they're there, they're talking a lot. Um, so what this is saying, this is talking about signs, okay, like a message in a bottle. And they're saying that the universe is sending you signs at the moment. I did say this at the beginning of the week, didn't I? I said it's going to be like Vegas, all of these like flashing lights, these signs. So really be aware of synchronicity at the moment. And spirit are sending you messages. Now, this could be, you need to, I was watching Kyle Gray work. Gray is an amazing young guy who works with the Angels, and I was once watching him work in London, and somebody said to him, I'm asking for signs, and I'm not getting them, and why am I not getting them? Why has Spirit deserted me, blah, blah, blah. And he said, right, okay, Spirit have never deserted you. The signs are there. Why don't you ask, please allow me to see the signs that you are sending? So you're completely changing that, rather than like, send me a sign. They're sending them all of the time. Spirit on a daily basis are sending you signs. But if you're closed off to them and your eyes are blind to them, you're never going to see them. So this is it. Be aware of the signs, that you are getting. Now, these could come by. I actually got one yesterday, bizarrely enough. It was on a car registration. And I'd asked a question in my head, and about 5 minutes later, I was driving along, and this car just jammed in front of me. And when I looked, the registration actually meant something to me, and it was like, right, okay, I got my answer. So, like I say, look, car regs, numbers appearing, songs on a radio. Notes in a book, words that you see written somewhere, things people say. Somebody could say something to you that you're like, right? They might not know at all what it means to you, but people will actually say this. So this is where we can get all of these songs, these signs. Sorry, songs. They're saying, right, okay. So songs, listen to songs that may come on randomly where you are. If you turn the radio on and a certain song comes on, be aware of that over the next couple of days, because they're songs, sing songs, yeah, sing songs. Actually, they sounded quite Chinese the way they said that. They're really in a very playful mood today. Spirit there. I don't know if this is like this childlike adventure or this childlike, but they're really sort of quite impish. That's what I'm getting, like impish. They're mischievous today. This is what I'm getting. There's a little bit mischief there. That's what's coming through today with Spirit. So, like I say, this is saying listen for signs, stuff like that. Now, within this picture, we have a bottle there, and inside of the bottle is a telephone, an old telephone. Now, bizarrely enough, I actually have that old telephone just over the other side of my room there. It's an old Bakelite one. So this could be talking about messages. This could be messages you're receiving, physical messages, or it could be messages from spirit, or it could be a mixture of both here. And there's hearts within this, there's stars. So as we've said with the Treasure Island the other day, this is like hope, streams, love, all of this. Now, we have a starfish on there as well. And the starfish is quite a strange creature. They're fascinating if you've ever seen them. And the starfish is often linked to mysticism, because they say that the 5 points of a starfish are the 5 elements, which are earth, air, water, fire, and spirit. So, like I say, it's a very mystical. There's a lot of magic in the air. I've said this week. Now, they say that starfish as well are the empaths of the world for some reason, and that they are the transmitters and they're the receivers. So they're taking in messages and then giving out messages. So it's like I say, it's quite interesting. There's a starfish on there. Now, we also have the stork here. And if we have a look at a stork, I mean, what do we normally associate with a stork? We associate babies. So it's new birth. It's new birth, it's new life, it's new ideas, it's inspiration. That's what the stork is. And the stork also has this telescope as well. So the stork is like looking beyond, looking into the stars, looking into the heavens. There's a crazy, I think, a cosmic shower on tomorrow night as well. I'll speak more about that tomorrow. But yeah, this is talking. So like I say, I feel this is sort of, yeah, linking in. It's a lot going on this weekend. But yeah, so we have this. So this is like look into the stars for inspiration. Now we've already had this week that it's like, you know, sort of navigate your way through the stars. This is what it's saying. We also have the water as well, which water is, we've said it's very healing, but water can carry you places. I don't know if I actually love the sea, and I just love being next to the sea. I love hearing the sea, smelling the sea. There's something about it that when I'm at the sea, it's sort of like I hear the truth. This the sea speaks the truth to me, and when I'm anywhere that I'm around the sea, I'm just that's it. I'm very open. I'm very serene. I'm very chilled. So if any of you can get the sea as well, I really think that's important. And I think a lot of issues or problems that you seem to be having, they will disappear here. And what is interesting about this card is it's when we think of a message in a bottle, okay? Now, what I thought was funny that Spirit brought in with me, I was like, right, what's the significance of message in a bottle with all of these? And it's if we think of a message in a bottle, I don't know how many of you done them when you were kids, right? Okay, yeah, when you were kids, did you ever do that? And the excitement of putting this message in the bottle, putting the cork on, and seeing where it went. And this is right, okay. So they're bringing this back to this as well. The child, like that was an adventure when you were a kid doing that. Now, what happens is this bottle, you put it out to sea at the shore, but this bottle, I mean, the bottles have turned up at the other side of the world. So can you imagine the adventure that bottle has gone on from you dropping it or from somebody dropping it into the side of the ocean, and then where it's actually gone to then be washed up on the shore somewhere else, and a complete stranger opening it and reading your message. So it's like wild adventures on like the high seas and stuff like that. So it's sort of like piratey. It's great, this. But these messages in a bottle over the years, they've led to marriages, they've led to friendships, they've led to romance. They've led to people finding each other again by putting a message in a bottle. Do you really think that that is by chance? Can you tell me that is just coincidence? When these things happen, they couldn't have happened any other way apart from Spirit guiding them. So what this is saying here is look for any Spirit messages you are getting at the minute, because Spirit are trying to lead you somewhere. This is it. They're trying to lead you on this adventure. And they want you to take hold of the reins and actually take charge and set off in the direction of it, and they will help you along the way. So yeah, they don't plan. That's not an adventure. That was once my mother came through. My mother's in Spirit, and she came through one day, and it was sort of like, well, why plan? Why plan? You asked for an adventure, and this is what you're getting. So don't plan it. And my life pretty much is at the minute is like that. I'm selling my home. I've quite a few viewings on it lately, so any one of them people could say that they want it, and I literally don't have a clue where I'm going afterwards. That was why I was saying my friend had said, shit's just got real, because it's like, yeah, I don't know where I'm going, but that's something I think about when it happens. But it's exciting and a little bit scary, but I know that I will end up where I'm meant to. So it's yeah, big adventure coming up. So yeah, those cards, I hope you like them as much as I did. The energy with those is absolutely fantastic. I'm really feeling it. Please let me know if any of you are off on an adventure. Please let me know if they resonated with you or they made sense as well. I think I've took something from them there, and just enjoy it. Like I say, let the fear drop away and just be ready. Look for the signs and see where you're being guided. It's exciting stuff, and like I say, there's magic, but spirit are determined to get their way, I think. Okay, so thank you for watching. Sorry that one went on a little bit longer. I think I just got overexcited with it. If anybody would like a reading with me, please get in touch. Spaces are filling up, so I am sort of juggling people around a little bit, but you're still getting your readings, so don't worry about that. But like I say, there's they're coming in thick and fast. So if you do want one, I would advise to book sooner rather than later, because there may be a little bit of a wait with that. But like I say, only if you want one. But you can get in touch with me via my Facebook. The link is below, or email as well. The link is below to that. And just have an absolutely fabulous day today. Please be open. Be open to, if anybody offers you an opportunity today, take it. I really think it's taken. It's like there's a lot of synchronicity at play, and you never know. You never know what might happen when you take a chance. Yeah, yeah, when you take a chance. Right, okay. So there you go. That's what they've ended with. Thank you very much for watching, and have a fabulous day. Satnam.